sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Wait, this is the investigation? This is the investigation. So that means there's a trial, right? What happened to there being no killing? What floor am I on? How did I end up here? Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this what Akuma's doing too? Investigation apparently just thrown right into it. Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. I mean, I guess it's a final exam, so you gotta it's like study time. But I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will ever make me back down. Hi, Sonia. Did you find anything? This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? What wall are you talking about? Oh my god, the door kind of... Oh! Well, don't go that way. Can I run? Oh, I can't run. The art room? This is the art room, right? Or no, the dojo. This is the dojo. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps the mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. Well, let me look at the lockers. There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking wood block key sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's something in particular that looks like a clue. There's a straight post. I guess that that means it was used for training. What about the tree? You have anything to say about the trees? The cherry tree is proudly displaying its full blossoms. The falling pillars add to the elegance of the scene. If Yoko and Pekka were here, it would have looked truly picturesque. For their sake as well, I will definitely go home. That target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, they could have been a mini game here. Oh, calling out the devs like that. Wait, what am I saying? I'm not gonna look at the trees again. There's no point. His armor and a helmet. The map developers designed this to reflect the Japanese dojo? What is this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for More and the History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Oh, let's start with history's first class.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? Story time. A manga. Oh boy. Does this have to do with the final argument? Are they gonna go break up the final arguments up? That depends on the person. So, just as I thought Monokuma made this, that only explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can just do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. Picking the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process by the ones who scout them, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy teachers who served as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school of talent, it is also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes that they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent, so they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department, so the normal people were hired to watch over the normal people. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy receives an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass some sizable funds and begin further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. An incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. A marvelous story. Huh? Well, this is something we learned from the first game though, right? The ending was so sudden, other than the reserve department. The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly canceled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidences really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The reserve department. That department was only built to collect money? I was one of those reserve students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, you're here again.
Shing!
Oh, the thing that's weird is you, of course. Huh?
Hey!
Why did you forget that you were part of the reserve department? The Future Foundation only took away your school school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that. That's true. He's got a point. Like that too. What do you mean? What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumptions, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those reserve students.
I got it!
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Huh? Unless they're trying to create talents in reserve students, because they were researching talents. So maybe they were trying to make try to give reserve students talents. So maybe he's one of those reserve students that they were hoping to give him the talent of hope. They were like trying to force it or program it into him somehow. So they were trying to find a way to make normal people have talents. If you wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memories of what happened. It happens pretty often now that you know, not that I know anything about that though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of the reserve court student. Damn it, what the heck? Truth bullet? That's a truth bullet. I guess I'm done here. So the dojo. I'm trying to remember there's an art room on this floor too, right? Well, this is blocked. That's just gone. That's a dead end. Oh my god, it's turning. Let's see. Oh, hi, Soda. This hallway is kind of creepy. I can't go to places that I should be able to go to. It's like some rule is being enforced for no reason. Yeah, it's like there's an invisible wall or something. Isn't that what Sonia said too? Where is Sonia? Sonia? I'm very concerned. Oh. I would like to not go down the eerie hallway. The challenge is definitely fun. Oh, I leveled up. Oh, do I still have... Oh my god, I still have my pet. Oh. Ugh. Where else do you want me to go then? Back to the classroom? Yeah, I'm finishing the game. Classroom 5A. I'm guessing you want me to go here. Is each of the research gonna be books? There's a movie. It's another book. This is another manga. It's laid on the top of the desk. This one is manga for more on the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Huh. Wasn't the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in the other manga too? It's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was a trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about the incident? I would read these mangas to be honest. No, oh, you mean in real life? You would read the mangoes? Are you the fruit whisperer? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as a tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak. What? The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was taking place at Hope's Peak Academy. Yes, I read mangoes. Oh, yes, the fruit whisperer. The key player in the event was a student named Izuri Kamakuro. Izuri. That name sounds familiar, but I can't recognize it. Izuri was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all the resources to develop him. Supposedly Izuri was a genius among... Oh, maybe I haven't heard this name. It sounded familiar, but maybe I haven't heard this name before. Among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for hope of mankind. The Academy referred to him as Izuri. The Academy referred to Izuri as the ultimate hope. Izuru? Izuri? Izuru. I'm guessing Izuru. So, cause I was gonna say that name sounds familiar, but then I was like, no, wait, we haven't heard that name. Oh, you had heard it before. Well, I was gonna say, it sounds familiar. Izuru. Oh, Izuru. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence. So they made Izuru? So like, what, like a test tube maybe? Or that they just took a student off the street and they like cultivated or like fed his talent to the point that he became ultimate hope. Because like they said origins and identity, so it seems like he seems like he's a test tube baby. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as a symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 30 students of Hope Peak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. Wait, he murdered in the name of hope? So the ultimate hope, the student of ultimate hope actually killed 13 people. However, the incident didn't end there. Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and conceal the evidence as though it never happened. Wouldn't the parents wonder where their 13 kids are? How do you cover something up like that? So it sounds like they were trying to create the ultimate hope, and it kind of backfired. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of reserve corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising, so that's why the students caused a rebellion, because it was all the reserve students, all the normal people, who were jealous of the talented or the ultimates. So the reserve ones created despair, the reserve students, and that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited Danganronpa Zero. With a heavy sigh, I close the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy. Is it kind of like how Nacho was? That he tried to kill 13 people in a hopes to create despair, in hopes to create so much despair that hope would be born from it. Kind of like how Junko tried to create the murder game in hopes to, or tried to erase their memories in hopes to create as much hope as possible, so when the murders happened, it'd be as much despair as possible. It feels like they were still trying to dwell on hope, but he tried to create despair in hopes to create more hope. It's weird. You said it did say Danganronpa Zero. What irony. For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Thanks. I appreciate you. Damn it, he always has to lead up with something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nacho mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nacho said was the true meaning of hope. But for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. So wait, he had more than one talent. Danganronpa Zero is so good, I'm like halfway done with it. Oh yeah, it's my favorite. I wish it had given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Kira said that the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Well, you never know. Push comes to shove. Anyways, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was that? And who's the other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is it? That's Junko, right? That's the twins, I'm guessing. It explains a lot why Junko has multiple it drops. I mean, do you imagine how fucked up this school was? They literally have a hierarchy at the school. They have like the students that they see as the best and then the students that they see as the worst. This is fuck up with a lot of kids. This isn't really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Leave here, yes. I don't think there's anything else for me here. Who's gonna be next? Why do I feel like, oh, I was gonna say, why do I feel like this might be the last room, but never mind, it's open. Oh, no one else is it? I see that bear. What the hell is this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm freezing or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. Let me just yoink this real quick. Yoink.
I've been found.
I don't know why I need mun-muns. Aw, the memories. Oh, it feels like just yesterday. Good old times with dead bodies. There's another manga just lying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. I don't think it's gonna be. I remember a certain person sleeping on the floor. She is the best character. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, as the uprising by the reserve corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. Oh, it started a cult. The community was not limited to students, and the people of various races and nations began to join in. So all the what do you call it? All the minorities kind of like rose up, kind of thing. It sounds like all the people that were seen as less rose up. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then, it was too late. The end and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their wonton, like the food. I've never heard that. But then it was too late. The end and the means had vanished, and the wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them. Oh, so it's a game survival of the fittest, pretty much. And soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. And the violence and death continued to spread. The shock of their actions began to disappear. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. At the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coup d'etats began occurring in the world, around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principle, religion, or personal gain. It sounds like minorities against non-minorities, or like, you know, the rich versus the poor kind of thing, kind of war. Just war, pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influences to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was in this freezing room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this really is true, then what's happening out in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent. I like how he's like, my gas station, my 7-Eleven bar where I get my Slurpees. The nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way!
At least he said his family and friends first. If he said his convenience store and then family and friends, I would have been very upset. Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? Are you, how crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this? Oh my, you don't like manga? High school students who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough, what is this messed up manga? How do you obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brain. This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that is possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. Thanks, I'm glad you're looking out for me, Monokuma. I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. Well, as a headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we'll want to stay on Jabberwock Island. But there's no way I'm gonna do that. Do what he wants. Despair like that is that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope, just like now. Perhaps not. No, that's definitely it. How many more books? How many books do I have? Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is the ultimate despair group? What in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they devoted to a certain student who guided Hope Speak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy? So we have like a cult of hope and a cult of despair pretty much going on. Plus, the organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they are known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then, are the killings we're involved in connected to them as well? It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limits, I need to get out of here. Shivery and I ran out of the freezing room. Maybe you should have Mom told you to bring a jacket, and this is what happens. Because that was close, I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? So where else am I going? Also, there's 3 other people I haven't talked to yet. I'm gonna talk to Sonia and Soda. Where are the other 3? Where am I going? What opened up? Oh, the classroom opened up. Oh, there's Boss Baby. No, I should ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. I'll just talk to Boss Baby.
Jeez.
When I went out inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way.
Damn right.
So I'll let you handle that. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do it either. Fine. Hi, Monokuma. How are you? Why, hello there, Jimmy. You're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here?
No.
Oh, there's another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. See, I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that before, from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating Hot Pockets. I almost said Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets! I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up, and what did you need to tell me? It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise, it's about Ultimate Despair. Huh? Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days, it was originally a title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl?
Yes, indeed.
Lady Junko. I knew she was gonna come back. Junko?
Hey,
as a former Ultimate Despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the Ultimate Despair. There was only one really horrible person in that group.
don't fuck with me.
Hold on a second. I don't know what Ultimate Despair are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout their history, right? Oh, because she's so charming, she was able to manipulate people. So there's nothing strange about that. That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that the incident became a tragedy in the first place. So she recruited people who would have been in position to neutralize the threat? Then what was their purpose? What? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? Doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they do what they did without any purpose.
Hey,
It's Junko's despair. Huh? For Junko, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, or a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko as Junko. What are you saying? I'm a soft plushie. Jimmy is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko is full of such despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her, everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful. It's like a disease. It's like the despair disease that we experienced during the third trial. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despair who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko. Like believers making offerings to their god, like a mother providing food to their children. And again, it's a cult. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko's name. For example, they killed their families, friends, and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. I like how he says that just like it's nothing. Like, it's like, hey, nice weather we're having kind of thing. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy? The final days.
in other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the Reserve Department?
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. So literally the Reserve Department became the ultimate despair. And so 2,300 students of Reserve Department all committed mass. Oh, they all died? Oh my God, it's a cult. That's what cults do. They committed suicide to create ultimate despair. Mass suicide?
What'd you say?
All 2,357 students? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded, huh? Is that me?
Damn it.
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair, Junko. It doesn't scare me at all. I mean,
Bastard.
Junko is already dead. Huh? Oh, welcome back, Junko. Wait, how would he know Junko's dead? Unless Monokuma brought it up and I forgot. He might have brought it up, but I might have forgotten. Junko is already dead. What does that mean? What does Boss Baby know about it? Oh, what? Yeah, that's true. What does Boss Baby? I love that picture. Hey, Boss Baby, is it true what you said? Oh, Bunko, it is a good one. Junko is really dead? What? You didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in the Bloody Classroom. In that bloody classroom. A bloody classroom? No, wait. What was that you said about the Killing School Life? Oh, that's right. We got the book about the first game, so we know that Junko was killed at the very end. I said Funko, not Junko. I'm not that mean. I call her Funko, like a Funko Pop. Like the killings were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her. Yeah, that's what it was. The Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As I recall, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey.
For a manga about Killing School Life, it was drawn in with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind that failed Killing School game life was Junko. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko is dead.
Like...
I like how Monokuma's like, Turns out that killing school life was part of the whole biggest, most awful, whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope Peak Academy, and she took away their memories. That's just like us. Apparently, the whole thing was being filmed and by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. Surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing?
Oh.
The students of Hope's Peak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up.
Huh.
But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. Just silence. I'm very concerned about the silence. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko isn't alive anymore. Then who is our enemy? Silence. If Junko is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings are involved in the killings were involved in resemble that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation.
No shit.
If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? We got that. And more about Junko, because Junko's dead. Silence? Man, Jimmy, you totally know about the story, huh? What? Do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise a flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
Ooh,
One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character route. You're not making any sense.
Well now.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy. I'm big concerned. Can I leave, or do I have to talk to Monokuma? I mean, leave this forsaken classroom. Oh, I'm on the 4th floor now. I see. We're gonna go through the whole school, aren't we? Huh. It changed to a different hallway again. So sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? I'll raise some flags. I remember when he made that comment in the first game with Sayaka. That's when we were talking about like those like comments that Monokuma makes. I'm like, that's probably one of the worser comments. Well, I've already decided that I'm not gonna be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. I'm guessing this is just a wall. Yes, just a wall. I just want to check first. I'll check in with Kane real quick. Kane's twitching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened?
Based on my gut
Well,
feeling.
you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. Huh? What do you mean? Who?
So...
I don't know, it's just my gut after all.
Just my gut.
But still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about a main cast coming. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. So which room do you want me to go in? I'm trying to remember what rooms were on 4. I think the data room was on 4, right? The data room's blocked off. He lowers flag that were oh. But he worked so hard. What is? Return the slab! I found the slab! It looks like the music room. I feel like I could see something strange. Yeah, just a little bit. The slab, return the slab! Looks like it's some sort of monument? Why would there be a monument in the music room, finally? And not just that, the mark engraved into the monument, the symbol of future foundation, right? Below the symbol, there are short passages. There's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh. Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy. So that would be, again, that would be like Coco, Hero, Toko, those people. Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma he completely made it up. Future Foundation origins have been added. What is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like a hologram, right? Floating words are floating in a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Right in the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. The original 15 students from the first game? You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though, I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko rallying them. Oh wait, unless they're talking about graduates, previous graduates. So the 15 students, so this is Future Foundation, like the previous generations of graduates that have graduated from the school like a year, 2 years, 3 years ago. And they're trying to recruit the last remnants of hope, the 15 characters from the first game, can go far without Junko rallying them. In a worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if there are survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we're still investigating the details of their origins and wait, they're talking about the people from this game. Because they're saying that they don't want to repeat the killing school. So wait, so I'm guessing Future Foundation is made up of the 6 survivors from the first game. And they found out that there was more survivors from the school, hence the 15 characters from this game. And they're trying to stop what happened to them, but unfortunately they were too late. And their origins, we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hope Peak Academy? 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chia, who was part of the Future Foundation, there was definitely 15 of us, but I saw Pebbles go to Monokuma's control room. Damn, I knew it. I knew Pebbles was shady. What does survivors mean? It's like they were talking about some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore. Maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we lost. Just a little bit. The Academy survivors have been added to the Truth Bulletin section. I guess that's all includes in this room. It's finally confirmed the Future Foundation is on our side, at least. I was just looking for the pen I dropped. And that's what they always say. They were founded by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chia should have made it clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably could have said anything carelessly. Yeah, because if she said anything, you know, Monokuma was going to show up and, like, hurt. If Sailor Moon said anything, or Chia said anything, Monokuma would have taken her out. Return the slap! Don't you dare come in this room, I swear to God, if you come in here and give me another heart attack. Monokuma, if he's a Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko are making us go through this. Also, that this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was that ancient ruin. There's no way that's a research facility. If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow there still are so many mysteries. Yes. So what else is open? I'm trying to remember what else is on this floor. I think the headmaster's room is on this floor, right? Oh, well, the office. Oh, yes, the flowers, I remember. The Mun flowers. This feels different from a classroom.
Maybe.
It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. How dare you use my name like that? The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like that. More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. Yeah, I don't think this is the time to be focusing on Sonia. There are letters floating in the air like the music room from earlier. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution in incurring the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is an order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. I mean, dude, survival of mankind is at risk. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. So let's go some more. What am I looking for? Oh wait, this? No, that's just a camera. The newspaper, the list of subjects? Oh, it's their names. There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters just below that are names I've seen before. You got Hajime, Chia, Soda, Akane, Sonia, Peko, Yoko, Nagito, Gundam, Ultimate, I like the Ultimate Pulsar, still known as Ultimate Pulsar. Mihiru, Mika, Ibuki, Muffin Man, Nico, and Boss Baby. What about this? This is about Yoko, right? There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard below. Not the blackboard below. Below that, Yoko is written there. What is this newspaper? Miss Yoko. What is this? Plus, Yoko looks much older in this picture. It says Miss Yoko. This can't mean the same Yoko, right? I mean, the Yoko we knew was much younger. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. That's a much older, that's a much more mature Yoko. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way I can see the resemblance to Yoko, but her height and figure. It's too different from the Yoko we knew. What does this mean?
Huh?
This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Yoko's older sister or something? No, it says Yoko here. Oh, then Yoko has an older sister with the same friend. That doesn't make sense, Soda. No one would do that. Figure. An older sister with the same first and last name? That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. That's not Yoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister? Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything. Unfortunately, I don't think any of them were because she was a little bratty.
Wrong.
She doesn't have an older sister. Yoko is the family's only daughter. If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, there's still too much of a resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Yoko. I know who the killer was. It was really. Huh?
Of course not.
What are you saying? Yoko doesn't have a curvy body like that. I mean, she was famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
Well,
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt? What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have a growth spurt.
Today, I'm feeling white.
Today I'm feeling white? Well, regardless, all the clues I've provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then Yoko is in this newspaper. Is he really saying that this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Yoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist? Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh?
This is bad.
It says subjects. Maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Yoko's body? Oh wait, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it wouldn't mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under the list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
What's going on?
What's going on? Better not have anything to do with time travel. Really? There's still something. Really? What's this? The portrait? This man's over here? An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen this before, but the name etched into the placard says, Hope Speak Academy founder. He's the founder? The Izuri guy. That's where I've seen the name before. He's the founder. The Ultimate Hope is the founder. Oh, that's where I've seen it. Founder Hope Speak Academy, the name Izuri. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained early? Damn it, another mystery. Listen, I'm doing my best, Pebbles. Zorro. Listen, the name will change every time I say it. You know this is gonna be one of those names. I'm gonna call him Izzy for short. Okay, with this, you've totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Jimmy. You shall now go on to the next stage. Next stage? I'm guessing floor 3? Leave here, yes. I'm gonna call him Izzy. Yeah. Oh, this is much worse. I'd like to go back to floor 4, please. Zozo? Oh my god. Damn it, not again. Always different from the last time. I guess when the flag Monokuma mentioned is raised, I moved to a different hallway than the last. But how can he do that? Now's not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about it is just gonna waste my energy. So what's open? Oh, I'm not gonna... My eyes. Let me check over here first. Because this is kind of out of the way. Oh, that's blocked. The physics lab is blocked. The thing with the air filter is blocked. Oh, my eyes. Oh, Lord. Well, the art room is blocked. Where do you want me to go? I don't remember what's on this floor. I think this is where the data center is, right? Or was it the floor? There's a lot of windows. I don't remember there's many windows. The bath, the rec room. Oh yes, looks amazing. Oh, superb. A lot of feng shui. They really worked on the decor here. The tables floating. There's a billiard table and dartboard and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think a room like this actually exists inside a school. What's this? The file with Hope Speak Academy seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking questions like that? Obviously Monokuma is responsible. Anyways, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About Hope cultivation plan. Hope cultivation. Hope farming. Ah, pool, I'll play with you. I haven't played pool in a long time. I love pool. Look at the jars on the right. Easter. Okay, I'll look after this. For many years, Hope Speak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope's cultivation plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. It followed with a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was filled with difficult and technical terms, and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word true hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. Hope cultivation plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope Speak Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it. There's something about these words. True hope, huh? That's what Nacho kept saying all the time. The bottles? What Easter egg are you talking about? I want to see what Easter egg you're talking about. The jars to the right? Well, I know the pieces. I want to see what Easter egg you're talking about. It's just bottles. I don't know what Easter egg you're talking about. This hologram again? What's this one say? It looks like another email passage. Unless you're talking about the bottles that are missing. You don't see it count? No, I know the bottles are missing. But that's just about Sakura's death. But that doesn't surprise me, though. Because if this is after the first killing game, then it makes sense that they would be gone. I get what you're talking about. I was expecting a bigger Easter egg, though. It looks like another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact that we are unable to ask them about the specific details, it doesn't know how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others. So we have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue with this investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. So we were given into the care of the original 5 from the first game, which makes me think that I might not be wrong about who Sailor Moon is. She's best girl. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? Forget. Oh, how dare you! Sakura's best girl. Why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible that. It's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up.
What's this?
My, Hajime. If you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse. It's your fault. What's with this hologram thing anyway?
Hey,
That's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them. You can even do that? Whereas Control you seems to possess many talents.
No.
Well, who cares about me anyways? That's not important at all. Oh, how dare you go! It's not even worse than forgetting Sakura. How dare you use that name? That's not her true name. You use her true name. No, you best go. Oh, you so sweet, Melhouse Chucks. I see what you did there. You so sweet. Fantastic from the comments against Sakura. There's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything. That's what's happening right now. Right here, yes. Now I'm kind of curious if other rooms will have Easter eggs about Oh, looks like I'm in a different hallway again. No, you could say that. You could say that to the very least. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so, what is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I think Jimmy's high at this point. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? Are you, Jimmy? Are you really? Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. Oh, I don't. Akane, are you okay? Akane, what happened to you?
It smells.
What did they do to you? It's close. It's very close. Someone is coming. Kane's switching her nose and examining her surroundings.
Based on my gut feeling.
They're definitely real close. At least that's what my gut is telling me. Then answer this with your gut. Is it an enemy or an ally? See, my gut is feeling they're both? So they're not friend or foe.
Yo.
He's right, they're both. Both? What do you mean? I don't know any details, it's just my gut feeling. Like, maybe they want to help us, but by helping us, they also have to hurt some of us. Well, that's true, I guess. Thanks for your riveting information. I hope you take care of whatever that is. I don't know what... I'm gonna stay 6 feet away from you. Wait. None of these doors are open. Right? I didn't see any door open. Oh, wait, there's this part over here, too. Well, that's blocked off, too. Did I miss a door? Kane. Poor thing. Oh, here's one. This one? The library? Oh god, some semblance of normal. This must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. The file? Because this looks important. That's not important. You're telling me this little piece of paper that looks important is not important. She's finding me. You sure about that? You sure? I think she sneezed a little too hard. Beep, give her some tissues. She just just a wee bit. A wee bit. This hologram again. Must be another one of the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt that it's another clue. To Future Foundation 14th Division, Makoto Egi. He's a part of the future. He's part of. I like how the music starts up. Look at that hope music. He starts like dancing up in here. Like all of a sudden, just breaks the other music. 14th Division, Egi. So Egi was in charge of the 14th Division. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What are you doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear. You know how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. So wait, Egi was trying to keep the last little bits of despair alive? It's their theme. It's the Hope's theme. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? His email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto and Egi, but he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Foundation? Remnants of despair has been updated. Makoto Egg, yes! I don't think there's anything else in here for me, actually. Please let the hole be right side up. I feel like Navi in, what is it, Ocarina of Time, when she's like, this hole is twisted! I'm like, Navi, shut up. Oh yes, the laundry room. Huh, didn't I walk into a classroom? Wait, this is on the first floor, isn't it? We're on the first floor already. I didn't really get it, but this looks like the laundry room? There's no use worrying about it, but I was in a school and now I'm suddenly in a laundry room? A tablet, right? I was gonna say tablet looks important. This looks like a tablet computer. It looks like the power is on too. Is this the next clue? My favorite class in the laundry room. Ah, yes. Home ec, my favorite. I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Is it gonna be like Facebook? Oh god, the loading ring of death. New Neo World program. Neo World program? This world, Neo World. I seem to recall hearing it and seen it a few times already. Oh my god. I have no idea how to make sense of any of this. The Neo World program has another name. Psychotherapeutic communication. PCS. PCs for short. The Neo World program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World program, individuals such as the ultimate programmer, the ultimate neurologist, and the ultimate therapist were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized. Wait, are we talking about Chihiro? Because Chihiro was the ultimate program, right? Or are we talking about her dad? I know her dad was also a programmer, if I remember correctly. Or his dad. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World program allows the subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. I guess we never really realized what pronoun Chihiro wanted to go by. I'll just say their dad. Additionally, the Neo World program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. So our memories are fake. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. However, this suffices for therapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. Holy crap, now we're talking about brainwashing. Slowly everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world. Program? Feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. Feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. You're in the Matrix. Everything's fucked. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now, it's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. Am I starting to accept that? There's no way something as crazy as this actually exists.
Nice!
You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character route. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Impossible. This is impossible. This is all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up. Including me too? I mean, he's just an NPC in a game. I miss Chihiro, he was a cool Chihiro, they were a cool character. They were. Leave here, I guess. Is that help?
Hiya!
Oh Oh no, it's much worse. Hey, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you a world that truly deserves to be called a game. A gaze are they only is watching this who can save them. What? You guys are the only ones is watching who can save. Oh my god. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do now? Gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it. I missed that post, damn it. Only only Puebbles is left. This hallway. Oh my god, this is worse than the strawberry room. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but no. Oh my god, my brain. Sonia, help me! I need glasses. I'm slowly going. Sonia. Hi, Sonia. Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the what's a nocebo? I've heard of placebo, but not nocebo effect. Huh? And the placebo effect is when you're healthy, your health improves after taking a fake medicine that you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite, which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions, the brain believes that something is real, it will become real. Why would you bring that up all of a sudden? Huh?
Oh my.
Huh? I am not sure. I do not fully understand. What the heck? I gonna be sick? Oh my god. Monokuma, help me. Help me. The moment you discover that truth was a lie, all hope will disappear. Well, the moment you discover that truth is a lie, all hope will disappear. I appreciate your help. Get me in this classroom. Oh my god, my brain. Oh. I found the obelisk. Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something this big would be floating like this. But what in the world is it? The moment I looked at that object... What is that? I can't read oh my god. Return the slap. I swear, don't you do it. Oh, is this alter ego? That face moment is oh, it's alter ego. Or it's Chihiro. I'm not no, but I'm pretty sure it's alter ego. Welcome. Welcome to the Neo World program. Person? A floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No, is this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. That is the name my master gave me, so Alter Ego's not dead. Unless it's Chihiro 3.0, unless it's like Alter Ego 2.0, technically. It's had Facebook. This is sad. It can talk? But what are you? Alter Ego, an artificial intelligence program. I am the master's program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only Observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything that I'm supposed to be managing. So that I was right about the bomb. The bomb might have been or I might have been right about the bomb about it being maybe a virus. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it, is that feeling from earlier again. This floating, like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet on the ground, like I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has omitted the data collection reserved for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where the research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I am to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain proportions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears this space is entirely under the virus's influence. Oh, it even says Fujisaki Chihiro. Does it? Oh, it does. I did not notice it. Yeah, I see it in the top left or right corner. It also says not female. Does it say not female? Oh, it does say not female. So, did Chihiro want to be identified as male or they? Did they ever explain that? And that's probably why I'm appearing before you, too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what it was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge it as the truth. It would make much more sense if it was fictional, if it was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality, all the mysteries, all the truths, they're all just fiction? Is that? Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you could say it's a program for creating hope. Program for creating hope. But the fact that we're here and the fact that we don't have our memories, he is male. Oh, so he wants to identify as male. After all, he wanted to become more manly and oh, that's true. Mechanically identified as male as far as I know. She is figuring out the mystery. Quick scatter! Oh my goodness. The fact that we don't have our memories. That's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memories is a first step towards replacing memories, so they have to delete memories before they can implement new ones. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories for any time period you set it to? So Monokuma was right, we did lose our school memories, but why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me, too. Putting the program on the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy while it's still in its experimental stage, I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. Are you saying we're lab rats? That's the only thing I could think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us? But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry, I can't provide that much help. If only it was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and the virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Oh, probably Sailor Moon and Chihiro. Oh, not Chihiro. I'm confused. Chia. Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students, so Sailor Moon and Chia. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. But by the way, the observer in a teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. So the observer was Sailor Moon. But the observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they seemed the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does a teacher role have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they created, there's no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. I'm guessing the virus is Monokuma. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it sold the portion of my abilities which contain my authority to build the world. It was like it was a grandmaster chess player. I just tried to try to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control, but even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience. She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock and the Funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. But Alter Ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that Ego should be impressive artificial intelligence the Funhouse Foundation created. I can't tell that just by communicating with her, which means this supposed virus was so smart that it surpasses this alter ego. If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waiting to attack against another one? That's so freaking irritating. But how did the virus infect the Neo World program? The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded it into the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility, but the only person who could enter that facility is someone who was a member of the Future Foundation. Damn it, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything why am I assuming that everything is a lie? Observers. So now we know that those two were the observers. So they were supposed to take care of us, not like do anything bad. So Sailor Moon was being truthful that she didn't want anything to happen to us. But it's true that the virus is powerful and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it, but I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So it has a limit too. A limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and...
Hey!
Okay, even if you're just... Oh, okay, even if you're just a god in the machine, that's enough hints from you. If you're gonna say something more... Suppose that you exist between life and death. The death of yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel to the deflection based on the definition of existence that constitutes a relationship for there the predicate. Oh my god. Change results by being cut off. Oh my brain being cut off rapidly causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable, and I accelerates and crosses with the joint over ownership of the world, and the situation from the context invites your death, thank you. Just, death, more death. Pax! My brain has imploded. Hey? I wonder what the virus is. Oh. My brain is gonna have a stroke. Please get me out of this room. Alter Ego, help me! Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? That looks like Eggy. Monokuma spit it back. Monokuma gonna make my brain implode. What just happened? You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe he can't hear my voice from this side. I'm currently talking to the world through Alter Ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. Oh, so they can't see what's going on in the game. My eyes pretty much, ouch. It's him, my boy. But even so, we're forced to watch you, we were forced to watch you decide to, so they had to watch, but they couldn't do anything. They couldn't, like, stop the virus. They were trying, but they had no, like, they had no way to stop it. Huh? The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really want to save you right away, but because of the virus interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutting down, our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutting down requests. Of the ultimate rock. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interferences. But Alter Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right there. I hope. It looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this. We didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus lurking inside the. We didn't expect such an atrocious virus lurking inside the Neo World program. But that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? What do you want to save us from? Why would this save us? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam room, right? You know, 11037. 11037, that's the number we found on at Nezumi Castle. The door to the ancient ruin was supposed to open after you all finished gathering the Hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared that password just in case something went wrong. Also, it's a fail-safe, is what he's saying. Like I said earlier, I have doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left the 11037 password in place where the teacher role would not be able to go. Oh, because she's scared of mice, so she can't get there. I never thought Nacho, who saw it first, would erase that password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. And that number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting you, entrusting that you to, I'm entrusting that will to you all. I'm entrusting that to say. So he's like how Sayaka tried to save him, now he's trying to save them. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there, because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma? In worst case scenarios, where an observer who has the role of a teacher goes rogue, I'm prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence, so we have to keep them busy until he can force shut down everything. Oh god. Forced shutdown sequence? Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to... Wait, is he saying Monokuma is a teacher observer that went rogue? It's a way to end this that you guys can choose... Wait, it's the way to end this that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number to 6. I'm guessing he needs to get that number to 6. Yeah. That's why Monokuma said at 5 the game was over, because we wouldn't be able to do the forced shutdown because we need 6 people. So if he kept us at 5, we wouldn't be able to fight him back in a sense. I love he usually. I like that too. The little Easter eggs are nice from the first game. Oh. Bye, Eggy. I'll miss you. That.
Say what?
What was that just now? Hey, Jimmy, what was that weirdness just now? Oh, nothing really. I see.
Anyway.
Oh, well, anyways, that was the hint, all the hints you're gonna get. If that no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt it again. Then Monokuma not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see. It'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with the guy just now. I miss him already. He's such a sweet man. So don't go. You guys have a weapon, a very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus's invasion with all my might, so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you. Do your best. Do our best, huh? But what do you have to do? What do we have to do our best at? Mystery is getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when the truth is really a lie? We know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear, but still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's same for the killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't all that be meaningless too? When the world is swept over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? 137 has been added. Oh. It is trial time. Is it trial yet, Mom? Is it time for the trial yet, Mom? I think so. Well, he said that was the last bit of evidence we were gonna get, so I'm gonna take a guess it's time for trial. That answers my question. Oh god, this room. Oh, cranberry juice.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
It's time for the long-awaited graduation exam.
Sir, if you could just start jumping, I would appreciate it.
Enter the red door located on the first floor of Hope Speak Academy.
See you soon.